Right, welcome everybody.
Hi everyone, welcome back.
We are the C-Pod and today we are at an amazing Teens Unite event, which is their biggest event of the year. Am I right?
Yeah.
And it's just an amazing day whereby teens that are treated now or have been treated come together, network, gain advice, inspirational kind of quotes, messages, experiences, and hopefully everyone learns in their own way, in their own method. So today we have some amazing teens and we'll just introduce ourselves. So what's everyone's name? Just let us know.
Oh, I'm Mikhaila.
I'm Jess.
I'm Derry.
Hi, I'm Kirushni.
Amazing.
Great.
And I'm Leanne.
And I'm Beth. And today we were going to steer the podcast episode towards like coping mechanisms, support. So one of which is Teens Unite, which is this amazing charity that we are all involved with. But what other kind of methods and things do you use, like day to day?
Who wants to start?
Well, for a Teens Unite event, quite a few of us got together and we created a WhatsApp group, and we basically still talk 2 years, I think it's now 2.5 years on. There's about all four of us are part of it. There's I think there's like 16 of us, and it's great because if someone's going to go and have a check-up, if someone's relapsed and is going through it, no matter what, if you're celebrating a job, celebrating anything, we can just talk. If anyone's having a low point or wants some career, some advice, there's like 16 of us ready there on the hand to help out.
That's so good. Like keeping up with everyone's lives and it can be small things or like things like, okay, I've got to check up today, is anyone at the hospital?
Exactly.
That's literally it. That's always
That's
Derry,
one
isn't
thing
it?
I'd just say is anyone around UCH cancer centre today, everyone's just like or no.
Everyone's there, despite everyone doing their own things in life, everyone comes together and either has their hospital appointments or likes to appreciate everyone's achievements.
You know that we've got all these people behind us no matter what the result is as well. Yeah, because I remember when I relapsed, I was like, oh my god, what do I do? The first thing I did was WhatsApp everyone telling them, and then there was all these messages come through, people messaging me saying it'll be fine, and then it just made you realise like I'm not on my own again. Like even though I knew from the start I'm not on my own, but then I remembered, okay, I've got all these people around me, I've got all this support, I've got Teens Unite, I've got all these friends around me. I can do this.
So for listeners who don't know, what is Teens Unite? If anyone wants to explain what Teens Unite is and how they've helped you.
It's a charity that will support young people. Is it 13 or 16? 13 to I think 25-year-olds, and I was personally introduced to them through, I think it was Click Sergeant, but it was one of those things where it was a time in I'd finished. I was in remission, but only about a couple of months, and I was yearning for this exact thing of Teens Unite. I was going online looking at forums, people that I could write on and people might respond, and wasn't finding anything that would. I just wanted to speak to somebody that was my age that knew what I was going through, whether it was the same cancer or not. So they came along at a great time, and then you just kind of go on your first sort of Teens Unite day, whatever that is, Mum's Beauty Day. And I met you on it actually, that was my first thing. And then they have like the activities day, so once you've gone on one thing, then that sort of kicks it off, and they kind of can't really get rid of anyone. Because
and there's a day for everyone, isn't there? Like you have like Arsenal football tickets, go-karting, Mother's Day, afternoon
theatre events.
Theatre, like it's actually like great stuff. Like when you're ill, something like that really does put a smile on your face, even if temporarily you're smiling, and like in the long term.
What they do is basically provide a distraction. They bring us all together and just distract us. Exactly.
And it's not about medical. It's not from a medical point of view. It's just that your common ground is that you've had cancer. But half the time you might go through talking to people and you might not even talk about cancer. But if you do, it's a matter of fact, and it's like. Not like, nobody cares about the grotty details. Everyone's just,
Well, that's the way I thought of it when I first got introduced to Teens Unite. The thing was someone through Click Sergeant that told me about it, and it's just the way she put it. It sounded like what I thought to myself, why am I going to go to a room and sit with a load of people and talk about cancer? To me, it sounded like one of them AA meetings. Oh, my name's Derry Kelly, and I've suffered from this type of cancer.
It totally wasn't like that.
But I went to the first event. I think it was a helicopter ride over the football stadiums.
Wow.
Look at you.
Don't tell anyone. They'll take up spaces for it.
And that's. I thought this was all right. And then I went to the annual Christmas party and went on one of the stays, and it just started from there.
Amazing.
So if any listeners haven't heard of the charity, check it out. It's not intimidating. You don't ever have to talk about cancer, but you can just actually do fun things. Like you can go to the theatre with like people that just get it.
Yeah.
And like if you're a bit tired and you go to the theatre, more than likely the other people are a bit tired or a bit ill, or feeling the same way you are. But you don't even need to mention that.
No, you don't need to explain yourself to anyone here, and that's what's really nice.
Yeah.
But
I think as well, I think the friendships that are developed from this, I think it's so important, because I think when we go through cancer we lose a lot of friends, but then we also, like, charities like this help us gain friends, and I feel like we all have a special bond that nobody else can understand. So should we talk about friendships as well? Like, what friendships have you guys made from like charities like Teens Unite?
I think I've made a whole family.
Like,
I feel like
become
I've
a
got a
family.
solid family. And like even you, Leanne, I met you in 2015.
Yeah,
the activities day. Our very first activities day.
Old school.
And like even though we don't talk every day, I know you're there.
No,
like,
absolutely.
And we text each other, and like if we see like posting about my video, or like your Sibthorpe, we like message each other. Say congratulations. It's nice. It's just nice. You've got people like that, and who get you, and like that's what I want to say. Like people who get you, like, and it's just, we've got this bond that I can't even explain. I think you guys probably agree with me, right? Like, it's just that I can't explain the bond we have. Like, it's irreplaceable.
I feel like it's so many different people, so it's a mad friendship, because like a lot of people would never have anything in common. You'd never meet them in terms of where you're from, like the type of person you are, your school, or what you do outside of school or work or anything. You might have nothing that overlaps, yet you get each other so much. And that's just through like illness that you might have had.
Exactly.
So it's really nice because it's a refreshing bunch of people that you don't normally interact with.
One of the people I've come closest with, we met her on our year of activities day, and she lives up in Leicester, Stafford area. So I actually went up to see her last weekend because I'm down more London, Kent way, and it's just nice because we would have never ever crossed paths.
No.
Yet we feel like, even though we've only known each other for like 2 years, we feel like we've known each other a lifetime. It's crazy.
Well, I think because health is like the most personal thing to you. Like that is like your crown jewels in a sense. So when that's like exposed and you share like your crown jewels with each other, it sounds a bit rude, but
It's more than that, you know. Like, oh my gosh.
But if you share like that thing that's most sacred to all of you, then you do feel like you know each other the most, even if you've known each other 6 months, a year.
You just have a laugh.
Like
we've just proven.
And the thing is as well, some of us probably don't even know, like, you've never probably met Beth, you've never really met.
I didn't go to activities day, so I missed out on like the proper bonding set.
If not been, you're still allowed to go on one. Go on one.
No, absolutely.
I'm jealous that you've not been on one, because then you get to go
experience it again, and then you get the reunion. Like,
if I could go on activities, I'll go in your place, I swear.
Karaoke night.
Karaoke night.
Oh yeah.
I'm sold.
It's weird because you go as strangers and then you leave, and honestly, it sounds, it's with cancer and with Teens Unite, there are not enough cliches. I mean, like, you could put out every cliche in the world, like, we're a family, there's a bond, but it is literally that, and it feels silly to say it
you
because
must
you're
get
like
withdrawal symptoms, because I know if I go on holiday with like a bunch of people, it's so intense but great. As soon as I come home, I'm like,
it's literally.
I don't know what to do.
There was about 5 of us on the tube, and we all just like started crying when we were leaving. We literally just were like, we can't believe it's such an intense week. It was just like we were just together, and then you're separated. And you're like one of the girls just coming from Manchester, and like we're literally like, we've been separated, but then obviously with the
reunion,
sort of, the reunion and WhatsApp and stuff, it's fun.
Do you have any other, just generally putting it out there, ways that you keep going in terms of support? So you mentioned the WhatsApp group, which obviously is just like a messenger group that keeps you all in touch with each other. Like, what other things keeps you plodding along that when you're feeling low or tricky?
I think like checking in with yourself and like I don't know. I think if your cancer makes you actually really in touch with your body and your mind, and because you do have to really sit there and analyse and think, how am I feeling? What are these emotions I'm feeling? What does it mean? And so I think just checking in with yourself and just giving yourself a bit of kind of self-love and thinking, and if you're having a bad thought or feeling, whether it's cancer related or not, it just sort of equips you with the tools to be able to sort of take a step back and really analyse how you're feeling. So I'm really in touch with myself now, just so I can, you know, just like mental health wise, and also just one other thing, I think it's important if people out there that don't have a Teens Unite sort of charity, just try and find one person in your life, one friend, one adult, who actually is the one who will agree with how much it all sucks. Because when you're going through it, you don't really want someone that's always going to be like, stay positive, it'll be fine. Sometimes you just really want someone, even when you're in remission and it's, you know, you're having a bad day, you just really want someone who can just be like, no, actually that really sucks. Because that's, you know, and you just need a day. You just need a day to be allowed to have a bad day, and then you can try and, you know, get on.
Yeah. Well put. Well said.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Here you go.
Take a bow.
Anyone else got any thoughts? Like focusing on yourself, tuning into yourself, knowing when you need a bit of self-love.
Mine was when I was going through it, I was halfway through uni, and the thought I had as soon as I was diagnosed was, I want to go back to uni, I want to get my job, and just reminding myself every time now I'm working, have a bad day, I'm thinking, well actually 3 years ago I was so obsessed with trying to get here, I'm here, I just need to enjoy it, and just reminding yourself
Exactly.
what you've been through.
Yeah.
How about you, Derry?
I just like to say to people, because when I first had my biopsy done before my radiotherapy, well, I had my physiotherapy after my radiotherapy, but it was the biopsy that messed my balance and walking and everything up. And what I done was, when I got put in, I don't know what the word is, but when the local hospital started my physiotherapy sessions, I rang them a couple of weeks into it. I said, look, I said, this isn't helping me. I said, don't take me down to the hospital in the ambulance. Have someone come around my house, not once a week, but 4 days a week. Don't take me down to the hospital. Walk me down to Oxford Street. Take me on a crowded bus or a crowded tube to Oxford Street, where there are lots of people.
So you wanted to push yourself?
Because I couldn't. I was scared of, because my balance and that as well. I was scared of getting on crowded buses on my own. I was scared of using an escalator on my own because of my dizzy spells. So I just pushed myself in all, and even now, although I'm not 100%, but the doctor did say at the time I will never be 100%, but every time people see me, they're like, oh my God, Derry, you look so much better than last time. You're walking a lot better, everything. So that's what I want to say to people, just just push yourself, you will get there.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So again, tuning in with yourself and like making small goals. Like for you, like that Oxford Street thing is so specific to you.
Yeah.
Like
So
everyone has their own little thing.
So now, like, I can walk down Oxford Street and I won't get nervous with that about being people around me.
Good for you. Thought a fist was necessary. Like a music video. The raindrops on the window.
I think this time for me, like, because so last time when I was diagnosed, the first time I was 12, 13, so I wasn't really aware of what was going on, but this time I was 21, just finished my, few days later after my 21st birthday, I relapsed. So I was just like thinking, what is so different now, because like you have to be in control of your health, like when 12, 13, your parents are like in control. This time I thought, and like it really took, like mentally, it was really like affected me. So I actually saw a counsellor about it, an oncology counsellor, and honestly, if you want to talk to someone about anything and like someone who will just listen to what you're saying, I would highly recommend a counsellor. And I've been going to session and it's really helped me like mentally, and it's like, and like at your lowest points, like it really helps you as well, I think. Yeah. So that's just something I wanted to like shout out as
Thank
well.
you for sharing.
Yeah. So
Well
I think
done, guys. That's a whole like array of different methods, which is so representative.
Yeah.
Well done, guys.
Yeah, so I think we're unfortunately out of time, but I wish we could have actually gone on for so much longer because it was so good.
So thank you so much, guys. And now we're kind of wrapping up.
Thank you.
Thanks. That was really like powerful.
And thank you.
That's it for today.
Yeah, no, we've had
But
so
shout
much
out to Leanne and Beth, very very inspiring ladies.
To bring her back.
But yeah, no, and thanks so much you guys for being a part of it, and we hope you've enjoyed it. I'm sorry it's been short, but
Short and
you.
sweet.
Yeah.
Short and sweet, excellent. And if any listeners would like to carry on the conversation, look at our Instagram, our Facebook at the C Podcast.
Yeah.
More will be coming.
Yes, so anyway, we're off now. We're signing off. We hope you all enjoy your day. So see you guys later.
See you later.
Bye.
Yeah.